so is this like the first day of school for everyone, or does everyone already know each other? Is this an awkward first meeting or what?
We all grew up together.
Yeah.
I figured I was going to be the only new person coming in on the first day of school. What's that like? So Kaydence Crawford, Laura Mote, and Treston Brazile, thank you guys for being here. Your last names kind of say it all. You all have that family legacy in rodeo. What's it like growing up, not only as friends, but then having parents that are world champs?
I think there's a lot of good with it. I mean, we get to meet a lot of people that we really wouldn't have the resources to meet if it weren't for our parents. So I've really enjoyed that. I mean, I've got to hang out with Treston and his family, and I grew up with Laura from the time, I mean, we were babies to now, and I enjoy that part of it.
If I didn't have my name that I have, I wouldn't have as many friends as I do right now.
But you mean that in a good way, like they're all good, solid friends.
Like traveling wise, not, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the same for me.
Now, what about when we get into the practice pen? I feel like this is a question I've asked all your parents, what it's like being a coach. And they've all had different answers, but what is it like for you guys having world champs as coaches every day?
Sometimes you don't really want to admit that they're right, but most of the time they are, because they have been there, done that, and they are very successful. I just like it because, I mean, you literally have a world champ to bounce your ideas off of, and to get mentally and physically better, you have people that have already been through all the hard times so they can help you through what you're going through, because they have already done it and been there.
And then is there also, and Laura, you can answer this, a pressure of wanting to kind of uphold that family legacy?
Yes. You always grow up in a little bit of a perfectionist mindset most of the time, especially in the practice pen. It's like there's a lot of pressure. Also when you go places, but in the practice pen, there is a lot of pressure.
But clearly all three of you are upholding these family legacies we're talking about, because you're all headed to the finals. Back when I high school rodeo, junior high was not even a thing. They were just talking about making it a thing, but I still remember those high school finals like they were yesterday, because it's some of the best memories ever. So let's just go around the horn here and give me an idea of some of the best memories you've already made, either at a junior rodeo, junior high, or high school rodeo.
I've met a lot of good people through high school rodeo. Some of my best friends I've met through there, and I think it's so good to high school rodeo, just getting you ready for the pro rodeo level. And I mean, making memories with friends is always fun, and getting to do what you love, and I like that part.
I love it just because of the environment and being able to compete against my age of competition and like what I'm going to be able to see.
Right. Same for you, Laura?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I've met, I think, all my friends through high school rodeo. The environment's great always. And it is a lot of the same people you'll be competing with when you go pro rodeo. So, I mean, I've grown up seeing all these. When I was like a freshman, I'd see seniors and I'm like, those people, those are cool. I want to be them one day. Now you see them all rodeoing together, and it's like, that's what I want to do.
All three of you have already mentioned the future and wanting to go pro. So clearly that's where your mindset is. You're all headed. But did any of you ever have a question if you're going to rodeo or not?
No.
You just knew it?
Yes. I always, from a young age, it's always been like something I always thought about and visioned. And I mean, I'd hope by now I'd be ready for it, really. But I mean, there's a lot of nerves, but you're ready for it.
Now, Laura and Kaydence, are you guys going to be competing against each other, or are you both going to different events?
No, ma'am, we won't. Well, team roping sometimes.
Yeah, we compete in team roping against each other, but I definitely don't barrel race, and I don't think Laura breakaways anymore. She used to, but I don't think she does it anymore.
No, just team roping.
So team rope and barrels for you, Laura, and then Kaydence, breakaway is your main focus, or what else?
Breakaway was my main focus, but I'm trying to get back into heading, riding some colts, doing that, and getting to go with Dad sometimes. And I enjoy team roping, but as much breakaway is probably my favorite.
I love it. And what better time to be a breakaway roper too?
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
Treston, what about you? Yeah. What are your main events, or what's your favorite?
I do team roping and down mainly, but I love team roping. I like being able to work on young horses, and it really helps with my horsemanship.
Good deal. And your dad being an all-around cowboy, I mean, is the thought someday to fill dad's shoes and go get that all-around buckle yourself?
Oh, there's always a thought. Like I'm always wondering if I'm gonna be good enough in tie down or team roping. I haven't tripped yet, but hopefully I can try that soon.
There you go. Now, beyond rodeo, though, I want everyone to get to know you guys. They know your parents so well. So I want to give them a chance to get to know each of you. We know how you compete. We know how you practice day in and day out. But give us a sense of maybe one thing that fans watching don't know about you.
I mean, one thing is me and Kaydence grew up together, and since I lived in Oregon, I grew up with her in Oregon. We used to go to Pee Wee Rodeos together when we were about 5 and 6 years old. I had to help work on her she had a little appy pony that she run in ponies.
Oh my gosh, that thing was awful.
And every day it'd buck, and before the Pee Wee Rodeo, I'd get on it, we'd go whip it around, and then we come back and she'd run barrels on it. And so she once was a barrel racer.
Yeah. I think the app just wore me completely out in the whole barrel racing career.
Yeah.
That's where your barrels stopped, those Pee Wee years.
No.
When I was young, I was really into roping, and then I kind of faded away to go to basketball and football, and slowly for the past couple of years been kind of getting back to rodeo.
What is it that brought you back?
Just how much the sport's grown over the years. I roped with my mom and dad just a couple months ago, and just being able to make new memories.
That's so perfectly said. Well, before I let you each go, I promise this question's a lot easier. We know each of you are looking forward to a future in rodeo, and it's so neat to be able to see the faces of the future of this sport, and it's alive and well. But where exactly do you want to be in 10 years? What are some of the goals? And Laura, let's start with you.
I'm not sure how many world championships I can win by then, but at least one, hopefully, within 10 years. I'd like to win one world championship. But my goal is to win 5 because that's one more than my dad.
What about you, Kaydence?
No, 10 years, I definitely do want to be better than Jackie, which is going to be hard because that's a lot of titles everywhere. I definitely want to be the best breakaway roper in the world.
That's awesome. And completely doable too, because you've got that foundation, which is so cool. Treston, we'll go to you, my friend.
To me, in 10 years, it's not about how many world championships I win. I mean, that'd be nice, but it's mainly just about how I grow as a person and how like people recognize me, not as like kind of the wild person, just good guy that if you need something, I'm there.
How old are you again? 35, 36? Where do these wise
40.
words come from?
My dad mainly. You know, I grew up watching him in videos, and it was always never about the world championships. It was just about God's word and how blessed he is.
So perfect. Well, Laura Mote, Kaydence Crawford, Treston Brazile, thank you guys all so much. And good luck not only on what is coming up this summer, but the future, because it is bright for all 3 of you. And I can't wait to just be in the stands cheering you on, or maybe interviewing you on the sidelines somewhere. So good luck coming up, you guys.
Thank you.